Shalom, Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom and salutations to double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who I continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. This is an in-transit video. And it's crazy how you have plans to do big things, and at times it doesn't work out the way you want it to, because everything is on Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai's time, not on yours. However things happen, it happens the way the Lord wants it to happen. But I just wanted to kind of speak about what's going on over there. Peer pressure. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Define peer pressure.
Here's the definition of peer pressure. Influence from members of one's peer group.
So it says influence from one's peer group. Let's look up the word peer. Peer. Look keenly or with difficulty at someone or something. So when someone has keen with difficulty at someone or something, let's look up keen. Keen. Highly developed. Sharp. So someone who's using sharp information or keen manipulation. Not here. Keen manipulation to get you to do something that you may or may not be comfortable with, you know. But the scriptures touch on everything, and I got a couple of scriptures about it. So I'm gonna get them for you real quick, and have a rock desire you be edified. Now I'm not gonna read it. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not gonna read it verbatim, but peer pressure. Satan tried to peer pressure Yahweh Shai. Esau definitely peer pressures Jake to commit sin. It's like a forcible hand to get you to do wicked things. You know what I'm saying? This peer pressure is real. But this is a scripture that I never really hear come out, but it's coming out. This is Bell of the Dragon, which is in the Apocrypha. So for those who do follow or listen, and you find out that Bell of the Dragon is not in your King James Bible, that's because it's in the original 1611 King James Bible, not in your regular one. It reads, Bell of the Dragon 1 in verse 4. The king worshipped daily the king worshipped and daily observed, adored it. But Daniel worshipped Yahweh. And the king said, why dost thou not worship Bel? Well, we all know who Daniel is in the scriptures. So we understand that It's part of the law, statutes, and commandments that thou should not worship another god. It's called idol. It's idol worshiping, and in so many ways, it's blasphemy. That's one of the main commandments in the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, law, statutes, and commandments for the Israelites. And even though we know that, you know, they give you the 10 commandments, and as part of the 10 commandments, there's many commandments, law, statutes, and commandments that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has given to the children of Israel. But there are specific ones that would really, if we follow those, we would prosper so much. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, it's not set up that way. A good scripture for peer pressure is also 1 Maccabees 1:11. Those are good scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Another one is Sirach Ecclesiasticus 7:16. And it reads, "Number not thy among the multitude of sinners, but remember thy wrath will not tarry long." So we know that tarry, we're going to get the definition of it. Define tarry.
Here's the definition of tarry, of like or covered with tar.
I said tarry, not tarry. Define the biblical term tarry. Okay, in biblical context, tarry means to wait, to linger, or delay. Often in expectation, something significant, like coming back to these law, statutes, and commandments, repenting. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai tells you in the scriptures through his prophets and teachers and his apostles to not tarry, to come back. Roughly paraphrasing, because it won't be long when he will be back, when he sends his son back, and it's going to be tough. Hebrews 10:37 is a good precept for that. Exodus, and understand, man, you know, this peer pressure that's on you, because there's going to be some heavy peer pressure when that C-hip comes. That's going to be peer pressure, because your family members are going to be pressing you. You know, if you against it, Abarakazah, you are, and you don't want to take it, but you know your babies have to take it, or want to, need to take it, or your wife or your girl that you got babies with, they're hungry and they like, look, we're gonna take it. You need to take it too. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know and understand what it is and what it's gonna happen if you do take it. That's peer pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the time where Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is gonna test everybody. So you know what you're gonna do, Exodus, thou shalt not follow the multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak neither shalt thou speak in the cause to decline after many, to wrest judgment. So again, when I was saying about how Esau, which is the wicked, he's strung out on trying to get you to continue to stay in sin and commit iniquity on top of iniquity. But you're going to have to come up out of that if you want to be in a position to possibly be saved through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because if not, you're going to be destroyed. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So, as the scriptures say, envy not the way of the oppressor. 1 Maccabees 1:11, like I said, was a good precept. You can also use it for that one. But another precept is Job 31:34. Also Psalm 72:2. Those are good precepts to read. And last one I got is Proverbs 1:10. There's other scriptures too, but I just got these. You know what I mean? And it reads, Proverbs 1:10, my son, if sinners entice thee, comest thou not. So if you have, again, if you're impressed by what wicked people do and sinners do, you don't come around the Lord, man. Don't even try to Sirach 2:1. Don't even try to do the work, because you're going to be destroyed, man. If you don't, you need to build your faith up before you can get involved in this to a certain extent, and then continue, because it doesn't stop there. You continue to build your faith, but you got to understand that this is not something to play with. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is not somebody to play with, or his son to somebody to play with. You know what I'm saying? When you come into this, you got to come into this with all truth and sincerity, as the scriptures tell you. You know what I mean? And we understand it's hard, but it's supposed to be hard. Just that simple. It ain't for everybody, as the teachers tell you all the time. It's not for everybody. So, Abba Rock, that's how you were edified with that real quick, man. And I know you could, we all been through some peer pressure, so I know that you could relate to that. So, pray and fast too. Actually, how about Yahushua to to put the spirit on you to endure. You know what I mean? Therefore, you'll know, Abba Rock, you'll know, when it comes your way, that you could just, you know what I mean? Tell them, like, yo, get out my face. You know what I'm saying? So Abba Rock, that's how you edified with that, man. I'm going to say, Kol Halo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Shalom and salutations and double honors again to the elder pastor, Great Millstone. And shalom to the elect. Abba Rock, that's how you edify. Shalom.